Last time we went on strike in Minnesota, it changed the course of American history. The year is 1934, and Minneapolis is a non-union city. This was because a bunch of the biggest companies in the city came together to create the Citizens Alliance to stop unions and basically just not give up more money to workers. If you've heard of Citizens United, you know this naming strategy is still in use by the corporate bigwigs. Anyway, the Minneapolis Teamsters couldn't really get anywhere with this big organization in place, so they said, let's try something new, and called for a general strike on May 16th. The unions formed alliances with the unemployed, and community members set up a headquarters to serve food and provide care. The organizers successfully shut down most of the industrial area, which is now the North Loop in Minneapolis. But the Citizens Alliance refused to make a deal, sending police and private security to attack and beat the strikers. Violence reached a boiling point on July 20th, when Minneapolis police opened fire on unarmed protesters on the corner of 7th Avenue and 3rd Street. 67 workers were shot and 2 were killed, and Minneapolis was outraged. 40,000 attended the funeral of one of the men killed, and later an estimated 100,000 came out to protest. The National Guard was called. The massacre earned international sympathy, and after a series of negotiations and a second strike for warehouse workers, the Citizens Alliance finally gave in. The unions had won. Weekly wages for many workers nearly doubled. And a year later, as the result of the courage workers in Minneapolis and other cities showed, Congress passed the Wagner Act, guaranteeing all Americans the right to unionize. If you're wondering whether striking actually works or what direction our country's headed, the 1930s have a lot of answers. I'll see you out there. Thanks for watching.
So shout out to that guy, Gabe, putting out the information. I mean, this is when you see, these ridiculous claims from Trump that somehow there's voter fraud in Minnesota when Minnesota has been leading the charge of unions, workers' rights, labor rights.